What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another statue unboxing. And today we have got a resin statue instead of the usual Fig Art Zero. We've got Meruem, King of the Chimera Ants from Hunter x Hunter. Now I have got a few resin statues that I'm going to be unboxing. I do love resin statues. Now the Fig Art Zeros are great statues or figures, especially some of the newer ones over the last few years. But I do love the detail on the resin statues. Now, as I said, yeah, this one is Meruem, King of the Ants. It's not the biggest resin statue. I have seen bigger ones. There was one where Meruem fights Netero, and Netero's using his 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva, and it's quite an amazing statue. It's quite a big one, expensive one as well. I think it's about I missed when that came out, so I missed the first sales of it. I've seen some on eBay going for around £2,000. There's not that many available, so you have to get them while you can. So yeah, I'll open this one. Now this one's made by U Studio. I've never bought anything from U Studio before. I've got some from some other companies, but I've not got any of these ones. I think this is my first Hunter x Hunter resin statue as well. The art box is quite cool. Comes with a nice image of Meruem on the front, with his name on the side there. Now let's get this open. Right, now let's get this open. Now the resin statues do come in a bit of polystyrene like this, a bit more secured. Some of the bigger ones will have straps around it instead of tape. But yeah, the resin statues, they're a bit heavier and a lot more fragile than the Fig Art Zeros, because the Fig Art Zero is only made of PVC plastic, so they're not too fragile. Whereas these, if you drop one of these on the floor, it's going to smash to pieces. So when you get them in shipping, sometimes they can have little breaks or minor bits of damage. Sometimes it could be a lot of damage. It's just always the risk with resin statues. And they also come in pieces, so they have to be built, the resin statues. Now this is only a small one, so I don't think it'll be too many pieces, but let's get it out and assemble it. So find the base. There's the base piece. Yeah, there's the base piece. It's quite heavy, quite detailed. It's got a nice image of Meruem, King Meruem underneath, along with a number. There we have it, Meruem's tail. One of his arms. There's his other arm. This one's pretty cool, got a bit of transparent on it. Using some of his nen ability by the look. Also we have 2 arms. I think I'll be using that one. There we have Meruem's arms. He comes with a different right arm. So he has 2 right arms, so you can change. One has a bit of like energy on it, maybe from when he's using a bit of his powers, and the other one's just a normal one, just with his fist clenched. He's in a bit of like a fighting pose. It just comes with 1 left arm. There we go, is his left arm. And here's his tail. His tail kind of reminds me of something out of Beetlejuice. It's like the point he has at the end. And then we have the body. As you can see, it's very highly detailed. Like I said, the resin statues compared to normal figures are a lot more, well, so they should be, because they're a lot more expensive, but the quality is just, there's just so much more detail in the figures than the other ones. This is a great statue of Meruem. Now let's get him put together. I did think it does look all in one piece. Doesn't seem to be any breakages or damage or anything. His jacket is a bit loose. At first I thought maybe that something might be broken it when I could feel it wobbling about in the bag. But yeah, it seems to be that's just how it is. It just can't see any from underneath it. It seems to just sit on his back like that. Now let's get him assembled. Now only one of his feet has one of these on. Normally there'll be magnetic pieces in the on the parts that stick to the base, and same with the bits, like these will be magnetic that slot into his arms. As you can see, magnet there. Yeah, let's get Meruem assembled. Slide him into there like that. Goes in quite easy. Just sits on there like that. Now let's get his arms on. Let's put his left arm on. Just sticks on like that with the magnet. Like I said, he comes with the two arms, either this one, just his clenched fist, or this one with a bit of his end power. I'll get this one on instead. I like the transparent effect on it. Let's get his tail on. Reminds me of them, like I said, out of Beetlejuice. Reminds me of them sandworms from Saturn that Beetlejuice doesn't like. It just slots in like that, yeah. That's magnetic too, so it all just holds together very nice. And there we go. That is an amazing statue of Meruem, king of the chimera ants. Like I said, it's my first Hunter x Hunter statue. First resin statue by Hunter x Hunter. I've not actually got, I've got some normal Hunter x Hunter figures, like Gon, Hisoka and Killua, Banpresto ones, or the, I think they're Abbey style. But I've not got any more like high quality Hunter x Hunter statues. I've got a couple of resin statues that I need to unbox, but apart from them I've got nothing else out on display. But yeah, that really is an amazing statue of Meruem. Yeah, it's quite heavy as well. They are all quite heavy, these. I think it probably weighs about 10 kilos or something, this. Get a better look. Get a better look at Meruem's face. Yeah, that really is an amazing resin statue. Yeah, it's quite an interesting character, Meruem. He's one of the most powerful characters in the series from when he makes his appearance. He only comes into it in the Chimera Ant arc, but once he does appear, he quickly shows that not many people are stronger than he is, considering he's only a few days, not a few days, I think he's maybe a few weeks old or something in the show for how long we get to see him for. Like, it doesn't even develop his Nen ability yet, so he doesn't actually have a power yet, but it's just overall strength, his speed, power, his intelligence. He's just too powerful for everyone else. He ends up having to fight Netero, one of the strongest humans, the #1 ranked hunter. Yeah, and it's a very interesting fight, quite a good fight. One of my favourite scenes from the show, outside of the Phantom Troop arc. Really love Meruem fighting Netero. But yeah, he's quite an interesting character. Like, when we see him, he's just, his ideology, his views on the world and stuff, they change. He meets a character, a young girl named Komuge, a blind girl, and he challenges her to a board game. I think they play Gunga, I think it's called, and Meruem can't defeat her at the game, so he doesn't just want to cheat to win. He lets her get all the rest she needs and things like that, make sure that the game's fair every time that he plays her, and he can just never beat her, and he can't face that. But through that, he begins speaking to her and gets an understanding, starts to understand the humans, and his values change, and he starts to think about his race and the humans coexisting, which Netero doesn't stand for. And when Netero does go to face him, Meruem doesn't even want to fight him. Meruem just wants to speak with him and see if they can work it out. He recognises the class differences in the world. Meruem doesn't like how the rich and powerful, how there's like a line of rich and powerful are on one side and the poor and the people in poverty live on the other side. He doesn't like that and thinks everyone should be all equals. The rich and the greedy, he feels, should be protecting the young and the weak and the vulnerable. As he starts to change and feels like his power should be used to help people that need it, people with as much power as he has. Feels like he should be protecting people who are weaker than he is. Doesn't feel the need anymore to just stomp down on everything weaker than him or weaker prey. So it is quite an interesting character development, quite an interesting story for Meruem in the show. When the Chimerans first appeared, you know, it was after the Greed Island arc. Before that we had the Phantom Troop arc, and I think the Phantom Troop arc is probably the best arc of the show. And it's only in I think that's the third arc of the series. You have the first one, the training one, and then the Heavenly Arena, and then the Phantom Troop. Yeah, I find that that's the best series. I mean, the best arc. It doesn't go on as long as the Chimera Ant arc, unfortunately, and we only get to see a little bit of the Phantom Troop. It'd be nice to see a bit more of him. We get to see him sporadically throughout the series, but they are like scene stealers, so it's great to see him every time they do pop up. But for the time Meruem's in the show, he has his two underlings, Yuppie and P2. Nefer. I forgot the first name, but yeah, the one who Gon has a fight with. There's his two powerful underlings. But yeah, there we have it, another amazing statue. But the first resin statue video I've done. There'll be many more because I've got some more resin statues to unbox, and I'll be buying some more of them. I'll be showing you some more Hunter x Hunter statues because it's one of my favourite shows. Bleach is probably my favourite anime, Bleach and Dragon Ball, because I've grew up with Dragon Ball. But Hunter x Hunter is one of my other favourite ones. It really is an amazing show, and I think they need to come back and finish the rest of it. I know the manga's gone quite far ahead, but they need to come back and animate some more episodes. Because we've not had any of it for a long time, and there's quite some more interesting stuff. Like with Meruem appearing in the show, I think he's from the Dark Continent. I think that's where his race would have come from, and there's loads of powerful creatures there, and we need to go there in the show. Them episodes need to be animated so we can see it. I know it's in the manga, so you can see bits of it, but it's not been animated yet. But yeah, there we have it, another amazing statue of King Meruem, King of the Ants by U Studio. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for many more statue unboxings.